Teams are out on the pitch. We're ahead of our 7:45 kickoff this evening. Surrey, two teams from Surrey, Leatherhead, of course, and Westfield in Woking for the Velocity Cup. Third round. Winner apparently taken on Carl Shorten in the next round. Apparently already decided from the game last night. Carl Shorten played Croydon, and Carl Shorten came out winners.
So I was sort of just too supportive of unfortunately, there's not much of a leg to stand on. But he was cut, and obviously he wanted to let it go through his
Let's go through the sides, starting with the visitors this evening. In goal for Westfield, Lewis Gallifent. Number 2 is Manolis Kogonas. Number 3, Malik Shitu. Number 4, Samuel Balogan. Number 5, Caleb Wright. He's the captain for Westfield as well. Number 6 is Quincy Rowe. Number 7 is Siku Torre. Number 8 is Mayowa Adaje. Number 9, Jason Vincent. Number 10, Sydney Cannon. Number 11, Richard Afran Kesey. Substitutes for Westfield are as follows. Number 12, Luke Elliott. Number 14 is Dylan Merchant. Number 15, Louis Edwards. Number 16 is Jack Beadle. Number 17 is Imran Kayani. Let's go through the Tanners. Looks a bit sparse this evening, the Tanners team. A few injuries, so lots of youngsters on the bench this evening. In goal, though, Riley Heftich. Sonny Wheeler still serving that ban. We believe it's his last game tonight, and then he'll be available on Saturday. Number 14, Kelvin Masango. Number 5 is Alex Pearce. Number 3, Nyron Butler. Number 6 is George Headley. Number 8, Tom Kavanagh. Number 10, Kane Fitzgerald. Number 4, Alfie Huckle. Number 9, Lucas Franzen Jones. And number 11, Marco Haig. And number 7, Anwar Cisse. Substitutes for the Tanners. A few of these names will be unknown to a few of you out there because they're all from the under 18s. Louis Pendergrast, Leo Hans, Adam Withers, Freddie Hayes, and Riley Merritt. Referee tonight is Callum Peter, and he will be assisted by Craig Griffiths and Matthew Leaning. Westfield to get us underway. And we are off. Indeed, we are off. Westfield try and play out from the back. It's intercepted by Cisse. Kavanagh tries to find the ball through. Looking very quickly for Franz and Jones, but ball was just a little bit too long. Went straight all the way through to Gallifant in goal for Westfield.
You've got 4 down the middle and 2 where the trees down your end behind the goal.
It's Fitzgerald. Gives it back to Kavanagh. Kavanagh plays it out wide to Headley, who's in a sort of right wing position. Nyron Butler. Good to see him back. I think we missed him a bit on Saturday. He tries to chip a ball over the top. He's looking for Alfie Huckle. It doesn't quite get there, and Westfield can clear their lines, but only up to the halfway line again. Butler gets in, intercepts, and now it's picked up by Westfield. The 10 for Westfield knocks it forward. 7 now on the ball for Westfield. He looks pretty sharp, but Headley does well. He gets a cross. Thought that was going to be a foul, but nothing given. Cross does come in from the 7. That's Sekou Torre, but he's overhit that. He does manage to get picked up on the far side by Sydney Cannon for Westfield.
Mick, physical, sorry, someone want me?
And Westfield still in possession. Ball's knocked back, chipped forward into the Leatherhead box, cleared by Masango. Not too far though. Westfield still have possession. Shot comes in from 30 yards. It's blocked. Nothing much happening with that one. Ball's bounced around a little bit. Eventually, Kavanagh heads it down to Headley, who then plays Cisse in. Cisse now in a foot race. Here we know Cisse's quick. He's up against the 3. That's Malik Shitu. He plays it inside now to Kane Fitzgerald. And they switch play over to the far side to Masango.
So who from South Park?
He knocks it back.
Yeah.
To Kavanagh.
Yeah, definitely.
Kavanagh gives it to Masango. Masango gives it back to him. Kavanagh's got the ball now right on the halfway line. Little dummy goes forward, gives it to Haig. Haig into Masango. Now Leatherhead recycle again, come back over to the right hand side. Headley slightly miscontrolled it, but managed to get away with that one. It's a throw in now to Leatherhead. Taken quickly by Headley into Cisse. Headley just plays it back to Nyron Butler. Butler goes for a diagonal. Doesn't quite get there over looking for Haig on the left-hand side, but it's picked up by Masango, then gives it back to Haig. Gives it back to Masango. He in turn gives it back to Kavanagh. Plays it infield now to Fitzgerald. He plays the ball first time to Butler, who's now charging into the half. The Westfield half is picked up by Alfie Huckle. He's chipped the ball over the top, but Cisse's not going to get there. Goes out for a goal kick. So reasonably bright start from Leatherheads, and to be fair, from Westfield as well. Another cold night down here at Fetcham Grove. Definitely need some of them halogen heaters, I think, in the media box. I don't know what we got in the budget, Mick, for halogen heaters, but that's what we need. That's what we need. Get those glow heaters. Go for it. Anyway, Westfield clear from the back up to Torre. Torre gives it to Adarje. Adarje now looking for Afran Kesse, who is dispossessed in the box. Now Fitzgerald can come away. He's caught a little bit late, but he's all right. Carries on, and now Cisse's charging that. Let me place it over to the left-hand side where Marco Haig is in the left wing position. He's on the edge of the box. He's twisting and turning. Can he get a cross in? Well, must have taken a deflection because the referee's given a corner. I thought he was going to get a cross in there. Just delayed a little bit. In the end, must have been a foot in from the Westfield defender. Corner to the Tanners. 4.5 minutes on the clock. Corner comes in, headed clear by Kogonas for Westfield. Only as far as Kane Fitzgerald. He now's driving towards the box. This little neat little 1-2 there ends up with Haig. Haig is in the box. Can he get a shot off? Can, but it's blocked again. And it's another corner. Nice little neat play there from the Tanners, creating the opportunity from outside of the box into the box. Ended up with that shot from Haig. Okay, corner again to Leatherhead. Refs just stop play. Just waiting for a Westfield player who's doing his laces up. Now, the corner can come in. Comes it in. Keeper gets a punch. Doesn't go very far. It's still in the box, in and around the penalty box, but it's cleared eventually. And now Westfield can break up to the halfway line. Ball goes through. Hebditch comes out and takes no chances. And then the referee has stopped play because George Headley took a little bit of whack in the face there as that corner came in. It's not good for Leatherheads. 6 minutes on the clock. First player seeking some attention from Princess, our physio. I'm sure he'll be fine. If not, we might see a young introduction of an early introduction of one of the youngsters. Has he got? I think he has got blood from his mouth. So anyway, play goes on. Hebditch has got the ball in his box. He rolls it out in front of him. And he's going to go long. Looking for Cisse. It's not met by Cisse. It's actually met by Shitu, who then ends up kicking it out for a throw-in to Leatherhead. Change of short. Sorry, change of shirt for George Headley. Now wearing the 13, just to confuse everyone. Referee's asked to see his face. I think he's giving him the okay. A little bit of blood still, but okay. Right, Headley is in fact going to take the throw in now. Throws it up the line to Cisse. Cisse tries to turn, but has lost the ball to Westfield. Westfield now coming away with it. So that's good play by. See who that is actually. Very good play by the Westfield player who managed to break. And now Westfield on the edge of the Leatherhead box. It could be an opportunity for a shot. It's blocked. Good work there. Second shot comes in. And that was an effort by Odaje. And that, thankfully, for the Tanners, went well wide. But some good work on the break from the lad in the middle. I'm going to, once he turns one, I better tell you who he is. Number 10, that is Sydney Cannon. Hebditch with a goal kick. Flicked on by Kavanagh. Cisse having a battle with Shitu. Franz and Jones now picks the ball. That's the first time we've mentioned him today. Huckle across to Kavanagh. Kavanagh's looking to pass. He does. Gives it outside to Masango. He now puts the ball into the box, but it's very deep. Goes past everybody. Goes out for a goal kick. Of course, Franz and Jones took that nasty kick to his head on Saturday, just behind the right ear. Needed stitches and glue to repair that after the game. And wasn't particularly happy about the challenge. I'm not surprised, really, because it was a little bit high. It wasn't malicious, but it was definitely a little bit high. The referee didn't even talk to the player. Franz and Jones made his point to the ref, and unfortunately got booked for the second time in doing so, and was actually sent off the field with a minute to go. So that's after receiving a kick in the head. Meanwhile, the offending player for Ashford Town wasn't even spoken to. Anyway, throw in now to Westfield. Throw taken, flicked on. Cannon tries to flick it on, but he's up against Butler. Butler's won that one. And it's a Leatherhead throw right on the halfway line. Balogan for Westfield, dispossessed. Ball's played out, looking for Marco Haig on the left wing. That's too long, he won't get there. It's cleared by Westfield. And then they can come again at the back line. Ends up back to Nyron Butler. Fitzgerald, middle of the pot, chips one over the top, looking for Cisse. Will he get there? Yes, he will. Flicks it over the head of Shitu. Then cuts inside, goes down in the box, looks at the ref. Ref waves his head, play on. Afrin Kise gives it back to his centre half, who then goes long. He's looking for Jason Vincent. He can't control it. It comes back to Leatherhead, but ends up back with Westfield. Westfield now switch play over on the right-hand side, but Masango is there. Plays it into Haig. Haig cuts inside. He plays it in the middle to Kane Fitzgerald, where you'll see Kane quite a lot tonight in centre mid. Here's Headley. Outside to Cisse. Receives it back again. Gets a cross in first time. Doesn't go past the front post. It's cleared by Westfield. Not convincingly. It ends up on the edge of the box. Looked like a trip there. Ref waves play on. Thought Haig was just cool. But now Westfield can come away with it. Odaje. Darjay plays it back into Balogan. He turns and gives it back even further to his right back. Westfield keeping possession over on the right-hand side, far right-hand side. There's a ball over the top there, which the 7 will get for Westfield. He cuts it back. Butler's there, clears it first time left-footed, and that goes out for a throw-in right next to the corner flag. Throw still waiting to be taken. Looks like Congola, so now over the far side, he'll take that for Westfield. Relatively long, hits the 6-yard box, but it's cleared by Leatherhead. Haig there on the far side, battling away, does well. Just puts it further up the field, up towards the halfway line, but it's intercepted by Westfield. We're knocking the ball around well here, it's got to be said, and that could be, no, I thought that was going to be a foul, but not given, so it's a Leatherhead throw. Pierce. Back to Hebditch. Hebditch now to Masango. Masango goes long up the line to Haig over his head and all the way through to Gallifant in goal. Gallifant into Caleb Wright. He plays it in the midfield to Darjay. Darjay goes for a little chip. Finds Jason Vincent, who nods on, but Hebditch is out well and clears his back line. Good bit of sweeper keeper there from the young goalkeeper. Needs to sort his hair out though, Mick. We should have that in their contracts that they can't wear hairbands if they are to play for us. Injured apparently. Yeah, Seb Karchevsky injured by all accounts. I was told by Mark. Here's Fitzgerald now in the middle of the park. Nice little reverse pass. That's a bit of a no look, but it looks like Haig was offside. Good pass though, very good pass. Let's tell you where these teams are doing respectively in the league thus far this season. Westfield are 9th in the league, Leatherhead are 15th. Westfield have played 14, Leatherhead have played 13. In terms of games won, Westfield have won 7, Leatherhead only won 4, whilst Westfield have drawn 2, Leatherhead have lost 4. Drawn 4. Westfield have lost 4, and Leatherhead have lost 5. Goals scored, 22 for Westfield, for Leatherhead, 27. Goals conceded, 25 for Westfield, and 18 for the Tanners. So Leatherhead are 1 game behind, and some 6 places behind Westfield in the league. They'll be looking to catch that up on Saturday, here home to Moneyfields. Next 3 games, actually, this game and the next 2, all home games for the Tanners. It's Fitzgerald to Kavanagh. Kavanagh plays it back to Butler. Butler gives it to Pierce. Pierce is looking for a pass, arms up, telling people to move. No one's moved, so he gives it sideways to Masango, who gives it back to Nyron Butler. Now, Pierce has got it again. Are they going to move for him? He's charging forward. Plays it outside to Fitzgerald. That's a nudge in the back, and that's a free kick to Leatherheads. Taken quickly by Fitzgerald. Kavanagh. Out to Headley. Headley. Out to the wing where Cisse is. Being marked ever so closely by Malik Shitu. He's done a good job so far on Cisse. All goes back to Headley, and it eventually gets clipped forward. Huckle's there. Cisse has come infield now. Tries to clip a ball through to Franton Jones. It's cut out. Now Westfield in possession in the middle of the park. Here is Shitu. shouts to keep the ball. And they have, because it's played back to Caleb Wright. He in turn gives it to Quincy Rowe, who plays it back to him. Now they try and play a split pass. They do manage that, but it's a slight miss kick and Headley gets out. Now Cisse back to Kavanagh. Infield to Fitzgerald. Back to Butler. Into Cisse. He's marked closely. Refs deem that to be a little nudge. And it's a free kick to Leatherhead. It's taken by Fitzgerald. Plays it across field to Kavanagh. Kavanagh then chips a ball over looking for Haig in the box. He gets headed clear. And now Haig has he dispossessed? No, he did, but he lost it again. So it's on the far side. And that's a throw in to Westfield. So 18 on the clock. No goalkeepers. Neither goalkeeper had anything to do so far. I dare say that will change. Throw in on the far side to Leatherhead. Haig. Played inside. Inside to Huckle, but he's tackled. That's a further throw in, some 10 yards further up towards the corner flag now for Leatherhead. Throw taken. Huckle's on the ball. He gives it back to Masango. He cuts inside. Can he get across in? He can. It's sort of semi-flicked on by Franzen Jones at the front post, but it couldn't quite turn it around enough. And that's actually been flicked out for a goal kick. Bit somber here tonight. Cold night at Fetcham Grove. Well, that's just as I say that, one of the fans shouts out, "Come on, Leatherhead." So, goal kick. Gallifant takes, doesn't quite meet the halfway line. And it's cleared out by Pearce, and that's a throw in right in front of the Westfield dugout to Westfield. Throws in. Haig fouled. Free kick, Leatherhead. Free kick. 5 yards inside the Leatherhead half. Masango will take that. He plays it back to Pearce, and that's going to go all the way back from the halfway line, all the way back to Riley Hebditch. And now he gives it to Nyron Butler. To Cisse. Cisse back to Headley on the halfway line. Chips one over the top, looking for Kavanagh. Doesn't find him, but it's a fortuitous clearance header. Ends up back at Kavanagh's feet. It's now with Huckle. Huckle to Kavanagh. They switch the ball well again, Leatherhead, from right to left. Masango cuts inside, does well. But he's overhit that and it's cleared. Just a little chip clearance by the back line of Westfield. And now Westfield are in possession. That's a ball hit. Headley will get there and intercept. Kavanagh to Pearce. On to Fitzgerald. Looking to turn, switches play. Turns one way, then goes the other. Gives it to Masango and it goes back to Pearce. Pearce, first time pass to Butler. Alongside him, Butler now charging forward. Gives it to Cisse, bang on the halfway line. Gives it back to Butler. Westfield are sitting back now, just letting Leatherhead have the ball on the halfway line. Kavanagh charging forward, tries to play a ball into Franz and Jones. It's cut out by Westfield. And that's going to go out on the far side. It's a bit of a battle going on with Hagen, the Westfield player, and it's not actually gone out. It's been kept in. Well, that's whistle blown. And that's a free kick to Westfield. I think was handball. See what's going on in the league tonight, shall we? 2 games going on. So far in the Ishbian Premier Division South Central, it is Hanworth 0, Harrow Borough 2, Uxbridge 0, Hayes and Yelling 0. It's Pierce for Leatherhead. Out to Masango. Again, no one to pass to. He's looking, trying to create a pass. Fitzgerald does move well into space. Gives Masango a pass. Now goes to Butler. Butler plays it into Franz and Jones. It's a decent flick. George Headley's in the box. He plays it back to Cisse. Clips it in first time. Headed clear to the edge of the box. Kane Fitzgerald can shoot. He can. And that's a good 15... No, probably 10 yards over the bar from Kane Fitzgerald. Thank God we got a net there. Otherwise, that would have been tonight's first lost ball. Goal kick. Taken. Cleared up the line by Westfield. It's coming back towards them. And is he going to get that? Well, he has got that. Hayes got that. Ball's come back. He's on an offside position. The defender seemed quite confident. He let him just run to it and get it. And then the lino waved offside.
Is it possible that one of you could get a glass of warm, not hot, just warm, salt water for half time so we can get George to sit with some painkillers for this dodgy tooth that he's got, please?
Cisse on the halfway line. Good skill from him. But overhits it a little bit and is picked up by Caleb Wright. Then passes the ball and now Westfield can come away with it. Up to the halfway line. That's a foul by Huckle. So free kick on a halfway line. For Westfield, 25 on the clock. 0-0 here at Fetcham Grove. Nothing to shout home about so far. It's played in. That's going to overhit and go straight out for a goal kick. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. A few regulars I can see on the list. Right, throw in now on the halfway line to Leatherheads. Throw taken. Looks for Hay. Hay does flick it on, looking for Franz and Jones, but it's cut out. Actually, Westfield defending really well tonight, I have to say, so far. Kept Leatherhead at bay. Just the one shot so far. It was a couple of minutes ago from Kane Fitzgerald, which the only person that was troubled by that was the pilot on the 7:20 from Heathrow Airport to Barcelona. Looked a bit nervous as he flew over. Saw the ball fly past him. Other than that, not much to report thus far. But hey ho, as we found out on Saturday, it can all change in 10 minutes. Unfortunately for the Tanners on Saturday, it was the last 10 minutes, and they managed to salvage a point from 2-0 down. Cisse tries to sort of kick the ball and run down the line with it, but miskicks it, kicks it out for a throw. Throwing now to Westfield. Shitu to take it. Headed on by Vincent. Butler goes up. So throw in to Westfield again, which Shitu will take again. He's thrown the ball in. Field. Vincent on the ball. Returns Headley. Elan lays it off. The 10's in possession. Oh, I thought he was going to play that through there. Sydney Cannon was looking for that ball through. Fortunately, Tanner's intercepted it. Played it back upfield. Now, Shitter's got the ball again. Into Afran Kessie. He's done well. He's running with it well. Looks a skillful player. Takes two on, lays it off to Vincent, and then he loses it. And now Leatherhead can come away with it on the far side with Masango, who's bursting into the Westfield half. Plays it down the line to Marco Haig. Out wide. He's managed to cut across, and there's a tackle right on the byline. He's gone down, Haig. He's getting up, and that's a corner to Leatherhead. Looked like he went down a bit hard there, but he's okay. Nice to see quite a few of the Leatherhead women's team here tonight watching the game as well. After a recent convincing win, 16-0, they won. Managed to catch two of the players before the game and asked one of them how many she scored, and she said 5. So is there any chance you can pass to some of the other players? Anyway, corner comes in, headed in by Pearce, cleared. Not quite off the line, but it was going towards goal. And now Cisse runs across the front of the box. He goes down. Referee gives nothing. Westfield now looking for a hopeful ball. It's a bit of a leg race between Masango and Toure. Masango wins it, gives it to Hebditch. Hebditch now gives it back to Masango. Masango's now right in his right back position. Fitzgerald turns on the edge of his box. He then plays it to Kavanagh, who's playing in a left back position. Pearce. To Butler. Butler to Kane Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald does well in the middle of the park. He's now brought down by Toure. And that is going to be the first booking of the evening, methinks. Yeah, Toure in the book for a slightly late tackle on Kane Fitzgerald. Kavanagh will take the free kick. Plays it to Butler alongside him. Gives it back to Kavanagh. Kavanagh now goes forward. Plays it into the edge of the box to Franz and Jones. Gets a 1-2 from him, does really well. And then goes down as he gets the 1-2, but the ref doesn't give anything. And that's gone all the way through to Gallifant, who's collected the ball, probably rather gratefully. Kavanagh with a burst of energy there, running towards the box. Looked like he was going to manage to get through and have an attempt on goal, but sadly not for the Tanners. And 31 now on the clock. Still 0-0. Butler. To Headley. To Cisse. And now Kavanagh's got the ball. Pierce moves for him. He's now charging up halfway line. He plays the ball over the top. He's looking for Masango. Masango. So ref's given handball there against the Westfield defender. And that's a free kick on the far side. Protest from the Westfield player, saying it hit my shirt, not my arm. It looked like a rather fortunate handball for the Tanners, but we'll take it anyway. So Kavanagh puts the ball down. All the players lined on the edge of the box.
No, I don't think so. Right. He's penalised the handball. He didn't have it. I don't think he did. Anyway.
Whipped in, right footed, good ball in. It's cleared. Was going to go out for a corner, but it's managed to be salvaged by a Westfield player. But now it's picked up by Haig. Oh, and that looks like a kick in the back. And that is a kick in the back of the heels. Look, right, painful one. Just outside the box. That's a free kick now to Leatherhead. Kavanagh to take. Puts the ball into the box, goes through everybody, but Fitzgerald picks it up on the edge. He lays it back to Cisse. Can he get another shot off? Blocked. Butler using his strength to good use to just shepherd off Afran Cisse. Fitzgerald now on the left wing, gives it inside to Haig. Haig, can he get across him? No. Cut out. Corner, Tanners. 35 now on the clock. There's no one currently rushing over to take the corner, but actually Kavanagh's going to go over there now. So, corner comes in for Kavanagh, right foot curled in deep. Pierce is out the back post, heads it back across. Haig headers it across again. Cleared once by Westfield to the edge of the box, but Huckles picked it up. He's done well. He's tried to play a ball while sliding on the floor to Cisse, but it's cut out by the Westfield player. And now Diamond Butler's in the foot chase and does well. Doesn't take any chances up against Afran Cisse. And Hebditch has got the ball now. Butler gives it back. So Hebditch. Hebditch now not being pressed. Rolls the ball out. Takes a kick. Good defensive header by Caleb Wright for Westfield. And again, Headley with a good tackle there. Really good tackle. And that is going to be a Leatherhead throw. Yeah, good tackle by George Headley on Afran Cisse. Franson Jones now. Currently 15 yards inside his own half. Gives it back to Butler. Butler goes long. Looking for the channel for Cisse. Doesn't find him. It's cleared. It's a throw in to Leatherhead. Kane Fitzgerald. To Pierce on the halfway line. Pierce does well. That's a foul on Pierce. So again, players on the edge of the Westfield box. Cavaliers going to put the ball in, does it with some pace. Butler gets underneath, that gets a good head, and then goes up for a second time against the goalkeeper. Keeper does well. Out jumps Butler. Clean catch for Gallifant. Masango. Throwing now on the far side. Been awarded to Leatherhead. 2-1 now at Harrow against Hanworth Villa. Hanworth Villa 1, Harrow 2. Huxbridge and Hayes is still 0-0. Throwing now on the far side to Leatherhead. And hear the church bells in the backgrounds. It's what Leatherhead need at the moment, some divine intervention from the big man upstairs. The game could definitely do with a goal, that's for sure. And Westfield now on the attack. Over on the right side, ball comes in. That's going to be deep, but Afran Kise will get there at Headley. Sorry. He gives it back to Adaje. He clips the ball into the box, but that's nowhere near his player. That goes straight out for a goal kick. Fitzgerald. Back to Pearce. Pearce looking for a pass, gives it into Haig, who loses the ball. Now Westfield are coming away with it, charging in the Leatherhead half. That's the ball played through, but again, it's overhit, straight through all the way to Hebditch. Fitzgerald. To Butler. To Headley, right on this halfway line, right on the byline. Gives the ball back to Butler. Has him stretching a little bit, but he just managed to pick it up, and he gives it back to Hebditch, who switches play over on the far side to Masango. Into Huckle. Huckle tries to play CCM, but it's cut out. Leatherhead they did win it back, but now it's picked up by Westfield. Into Vincent on the halfway line. Huckle fouls, and that's a free kick right on the halfway line to Westfield. Free kick finally taken. Ends up going back to Caleb Wright. He's taking no chances. Gives it back to Quincy Rowe, who then gives it to his goalkeeper. Gallifant, who then goes long up to the halfway line. Vincent v Pearce. Pearce wins that one. And now Darjay picks it up for Westfield. Pumps up the line to Vincent. Again, Pearce does well. Out battles him, out muscles him. Lays it off to Butler, gives it to Kavanagh. Back to Butler. Into Franz and Jones. Good play from him. Nice play from Leatherhead into Alfie Huckle. Gets it caught under his feet a little bit. And then Westfield can come away with it. Okay, we got now Caleb Wright tries the ball over the top. Headley gets his head to it. Chitu headers back. Butler's slightly short header. Hebditch comes out and does well. Just as what he was playing a little bit high there, Hebditch. If it had been another couple of yards back, then that would have been Vincent clean through on goal after a slightly short back pass header from Butler. Anyway, throw in to Chitu. Chitu takes, throws it down the line. Cisse touches it and it goes out for another throw in to Westfield. Which Chitu will take again. But throws it rather strangely straight to George Headley. George Headley now tries to break out. He's tackled, ends up back at Westfield. It's at the 4 now for Westfield. Going to have a shot. Well, it's a good effort, that's for sure. Samuel Balogan, for some 30 odd yards, I'd say, was rising, and it rose thankfully for the Tanners just over the bar. 230 people in attendance tonight. That's pretty good for a midweek game, in particular a midweek cup game. Pretty good for the Tanners. Pierce now. Again, clips one over the top, looking for Hager. That's going to go all the way through on this wet, damp ground. It's just going to keep running through. And that's a ball over the top. Headley doesn't get there. Chitu does get there. He's got him behind him. Tries to flick it forward, but he's managed to push it too far ahead of himself. And Hebditch gathers. Done well, the young goalkeeper, since he's been in for Sonny Wheeler. Good experience for him to get some games under his belt, and he's coped really well. I think we're going to have 1 minute of added time.
Officials indicating minimum of 1 minute additional time. That's 1 minute additional time.
Butler. He tries to clip one again over the top to Cisse. Cisse does get there ahead. And in the box, he cuts it across and it's cut out. Thought he was going to make something of it then, but unfortunately not. That's going to be a corner for Leatherhead in the final minute of the first half. Well, they scored in the final minute on Saturday. Can they score in the final minute of the first half on a Tuesday night? Corner comes in. Good header. Oh, it's off the line. Headley got his head to it. It's a good header. Took a little bit of power out of it actually as he did it. But it's cleared quite comfortably by the defender, but it's not cleared completely. And that's an awful, really, I have to say, I was just about to say that's an awful dive by George Headley, and the referee's given a penalty. So, I mean, the referee's a lot closer than us. It looked very theatrical from George Headley. Yeah. But it's a penalty. I don't know if we've got anyone. I don't think we've got anyone filming tonight. Otherwise, we're going to tell you later on if it was a definite pen. But not a massive amount of protesting going on from Westfield, but just a few players. Now, Francis Jones did put the ball down. Looked like he was going to take it, but I don't know whether he's been overruled or he's given it to Kavanagh. But Kavanagh is now going to take the penalty. Not quite sure what that was all about. Kavanagh steps up. Last kick probably of the first half. And dispatches it into the back of the net. And in the added time in the first half, the Tanners taken the lead after what seemed like a very dubious penalty awarded after a foul on George Headley. But ref's given it. The ref was a lot closer than us.
Goal scored for Leatherhead in the 45th minute.
Leatherhead 1. Westfield 0.
Rod. Rod. 1-0. I'm sorry, it's all right.
Westfield have kicked off and they go long, looking for a long ball down to Afrin Kisei, but it's cut out. And that is the half-time whistle. Well, not much happened, I have to say, in the whole of the half. A shot from Kane Fitzgerald early on went way over. Didn't worry anybody apart from a plane that was going over. And then there was a shot later on by one of the Westfield players. It was Balogan. That looked like a better shot, a good effort. It was a long way out. It was rising all the way. Had it not been rising, that might have caused Hebditch a little bit of trouble in goal. But that went over as well. And then, of course, in the last minute, it looks to be a rather gifted penalty to the Tanners that sees them go in at the break. 1-0 up in this Velocity Cup third round tie. Okay, I'm going to have a breather, have a drink, and I'll see you for the second half. If you've just joined us, it's Leatherhead 1, Westfield 0, courtesy of an injury time, or added time, I should say. An added time goal, a penalty converted very well by Tom Kavanagh, which is probably, well, actually, no, it's not. I'm being a bit harsh. I was going to say it's probably the only attempt on goal, but it's actually not, because there was two sort of headers cleared-ish off the line from Leatherhead, but they weren't powerful headers, so not convinced they were cleared in front of the goalkeeper as well, so it's half a chance the goalkeeper would have got them anyway. We go again, Leatherhead kick off this time. Looking for Franzen Jones, headed out for a throw-in by Torre. Masango to take. Up the line to Haig, flicks it on. Doesn't find Franzen Jones, but it goes high from the Westfield defender, and that's offside. Hebditch. Clears high, ball out of his hands. Free kick being given to Westfield. And it goes all the way back to Gallifant in goal for Westfield. Right. Tries to play outside, and that's a free kick on him. Ball's played into Afen Kisei. He can charge forward now. Looking to get into the Leatherhead half. He's caught just as he passes the ball. Ref waves play on. Franzen Jones just caught him. Little trip. And now Westfield are doing well. They're passing the ball quickly. Here comes again Afrin Kisei. But he's lost the ball. Now Kavanagh. It's 2v2 here. If that ball would have been a little bit better, but it's put Marco Haig a little bit too wide. Westfield can get back now. Haig is charging towards the corner of the box. He turns, tries to get inside. Good defending though by Westfield. Big lads at the back. Number 6, that's Quincy Rowe, just stood his ground and let Haig make his own mind up what he was going to do. Then intercepted the ball off of him rather cleverly. It's a throw in on the far side now to Leatherhead, which will be taken by Headley. Into Fitzgerald, back to Headley. Clears it first time, goes very, very high. Doesn't go very far, but goes high. That's miscontrolled there on the halfway line by Franzen Jones, and that goes out for a throw-in to Westfield. Cisse into Fitzgerald, into Cisse. Intercepted, but played too long. Butler can pick that up at the back line. feigns to give it back to Hebditch, but turns out and goes long. Huckle out-headed by Caleb Wright. Leatherhead do still have possession though. Masango's got it now on this left-hand side. Into Fitzgerald. He's got no one around him. He can look to play a pass. He does look for Cisse. Goes over the head of Shitu, and Cisse does manage to keep it in on the far side. Gives it back to Headley, to Fitzgerald, who turns out. Plays a clever ball into Franton Jones. He's in the box, hits it, and that's side netting. First chance of the second half for the Tanners. Into the side netting from Lucas Franton Jones. Corgones gives it to Quincy Rowe. Rowe plays a pass into Toure. Toure turns well, looking to split pass there to Vincent, but it's cut out by Alex Pearce, and Leatherhead now do come away with it, and it's Tom Cameron does get it, does well. That's under hit pass from him, and that's intercepted by Westfield. It's back to the keeper. He goes long. Pearce is up on the halfway line, wins that header. He does win most headers, Pearce, I have to say. Did it on Saturday as well against Ashford Town. Won everything in the air. Huckle out-muscled in the middle of the park there by Adarje. Cleared again by Pearce, and Francis Jones tries to keep it in, but can't, and it goes out for a throw-in right in front of us to Westfield. Caleb Wright now. Left-footed pass, very long. Masango lets that run past him and lets it run out for a throw-in to the Tanners. Throw taken. Huckle's out. And that goes out for a throw to Westfield. Westfield throw in now. Taken, Toure on the ball, still on the ball. Looking for a pass. Huckle tries to get a foot in, doesn't get it. And that's played outside to Congonas. And that's gone out now for... I'm not quite sure what it's gone out for, actually. It's gone out for a throw-in, I think, to the Tanners. Remind you as well that we're here again on Saturday as we welcome Moneyfields to Fetcham Grove. Not sure if they've played here before. They certainly will be on Saturday. The Tanners, of course, hoping to seek revenge following that 2-1 loss earlier on in the season at their place. Throw in now to Westfield. Kagonas to take. Throws. Masango intercepts. Half clears. Headley clears it further up to the halfway line. Franton Jones chests it down to Kane Fitzgerald. He turns out and gives it back to Pearce. Pearce now looks left-footed. Plays one up the line for Haig. Can Haig get there? No, it's cut out by Kagonas. And the refs give a little push in the back by Haig. Yep, right decision. Wasn't a lot of a push, but it was a push. Rowe to take the free kick. Gives it to Kagonas, who gives it back to him. Westfield trying to play football here. Put themselves into a little bit of danger now. That's not a great pass. Back to Rowe. He's trying to work his way out of trouble. Manages to give it to the goalkeeper. He hasn't going to have a lot of time on the ball, and he hesitated a little bit, Gallifant, but managed to clear it. Not the sort of back pass you want. first to Rowe and then secondly from Rowe to his keeper. But they get away with it. It's a throw into the Tanners. Sorry, to Westfield on the far side. Here's Fitzgerald now, intercepts, running towards the box. Can he get a cross in? He can't. It's cut out, and that's going to be a corner to Leatherhead. 53 minutes on the clock. Kavanagh to take. Comes into the box. Can Pearce get there? Can it? Well, we thought it took a deflection off the back of the Westfield defender's head, but clearly not, according to the ref. Goal kick. And Westfield trying to play out. It's ended up with Alfie Huckle on the halfway line. He plays a ball into Haig. Good ball from him. He's in the box. Can he get a shot off? No. Trying to take on too many and it's cleared. Now with Pearce on the back line. To Butler. He goes along looking for Cisse. Keeper's coming out. Keeper gets there. And that goes over the fence from the keeper into the river. On comes a replacement ball. George Headley will take the throw in on the far side.
James Waller. Calling James Waller.
Throw taken to Huckle. Tries to get across, cut out, corner.
Yeah, James, you can get that ball out of the river, please, mate. You can use that pole you made up, mate.
I'll have to go and get it when it's light, Mark.
Yeah, no, that's fine, mate. I'm only saying, just I've got a funny feeling it might be in the mould. No, I've got a torchlight
Corner.
on your head, James. Give him a wetsuit, we just throw him in and get it.
Yeah, what about a pair of waders as well, mate?
Corner taken
Sounds like a good idea.
over the top of everybody. And the ref's given, I don't know what he's given there. But looks like the first substitute of the night is going to be made by Westfield.
What are they saying?
A bit of banter going on in the background. I don't know if you heard it. They're trying to convince one of the volunteers to go into the River Way. Or the River Mole, sorry, not Way. River Mole and go and get and retrieve that ball that's just gone over the fence.
It would have been 17 if it is.
So, did we see who went off?
9 off.
We've got a Riley Hebditch double that's come on for Westfield.
2.
Who's straight into action, goes up with Alex Pearce, that's 15. That's Louis Edwards on for Westfield.
Substitution for Westfield replacing number 9, Jason Vincent.
And Jason Vincent off.
Number 15, Louis Edwards.
The one to watch for me is Imran Kayani, former Aldershot Town player. Here's the 8 on the edge of the box for Westfield. Well tackled by Tom Kavanagh. They do still have the ball in possession though. On the far side, it's Afrani Kise. And that's gone out. That's gone out for a corner to Westfield. Corner comes in to the front post. It doesn't quite clear. Franzen Jones is there. Ball comes in, and that was wide. Shot from the edge of the box. Lots of power, not enough direction. It looks like another substitution now from Westfield. This time it looks like the 7. That's Toure going off. There's no ball up, but he's jogging across, so it must be him. So Toure off.
Yeah, he's a 17. Is it? Is it him? If it is, he's this centre forward who's quite tight. Is it something? Yeah, he's the centre forward, mate.
Yeah, he's been replaced by Imran Kayani. Ball goes high. Pierce gets underneath it. Kayani, first touch of the ball, plays it off. Haig in a battle there with Louis Edwards. Wins that one. Huckle comes away with it into Cisse. Turns, does well. Is he going to lay it off? He is. Gives it to Haig now on this left-hand side. He gives it to Fitzgerald. Turns to go one way and didn't really have the opportunity to go the other way. Now Kayani comes away with it. He gives it to Kogonas. And he's been brought down by Tom Kavanagh. And he's going in the book. Free kick to Westfield. Some 25 yards out, I'd say. Three players around the ball discussing what they're going to do. In the meantime, it's been left to either Afrani Kise or Imran Kayani to take this. I fancy it could be Kayani to take this. Yep, chips it over into the box, headed by Pierce, down to Fitzgerald, cleared up to the halfway line. Bouncing around a bit now. Cisse's trying to win that battle against Balogan, but that's a foul by Cisse on Balogan. Right on the halfway line. Free kick to Westfield. Edwards. That's going to run out. Yep, all the way for a goal kick. It's a bit quiet around the ground tonight. 230 in. Pretty good for midweek fixture. So it's Hanworth at Villa 3, Harrow Borough 2. Harrow Borough were 2-0 up at that game. Hanworth Villa coming in now currently 3-2. Uxbridge 2, Hayes and Yedding 1. Good comeback so far by Hanworth Villa. Anyway, here's Louis Edwards charging at the 18-yard box, pulls a shot, first save of the night. For Riley Hebditch, pushes it wide, corner.
Two players comes on, it turns right.
So the fresh legs for Westfield doing well so far. They do have some fresh legs on the bench. All the youngsters from the under 18s. Corner curled in. It's over Hebditch. It's over Pierce, and it goes all the way out for. Well, it's been given as another corner. So it must have been touched by Pierce on the way out. Gerald's listening in. Evening, Gerald. Frane Kise with the corner. Now. Comes in, it's low to the front post. It's kneed away by Masanga, edge of the box. Well, the 4 there opened up his legs. Balogan thought he was going to scream it into the back of the net and completely missed the ball. And now Leatherhead break, but intercepted at the back from Westfield, and it's played back to the goalkeeper, who's got a bit of time to take it under control and play it back to his defender. This time they go long, looking for Edwards. Butler's underneath it.
Yeah, Tom, you got to fucking wake up, mate.
Kiani onto his left foot, cuts inside. Plays it out wide. Ball's clipped in on Shitu, but he's missed past that, and now Marco Haig has got the ball, and he can. Well, he was looking for some support there. He didn't have much ahead of him, so he's had to sort of hold and check his run and come back a little bit. Anyway, it's back at the back line with Pearce and Butler. Over to that's Headley on the far side. Into Fitzgerald in the middle of the park. Can he play one more out wide? He can. He gives it to Hay. Can he hit it first time? He does. Curls it into the box. Cleared.
It's just too casual, isn't it? Too casual.
Not quite gone out. The Westfield player didn't want to shield the ball, but Hay nicks it off of him. Actually, sorry, Lucas Jones, Franton Jones nicks the ball off him. Ends up back with Butler. Butler into Cisse. Good turn from Cisse. But then turns into trouble. And now he's trying to battle it back and win the ball back. He seems to have done that, but then Westfield nicked it back off him. And that ends up being a foul by Cisse. Sean Swift listening in. Believe currently at Redhill. Still at Redhill. Gallifants with a ball at the back, plays it into Caleb Wright. Westfield knocking the ball around well at the back. And now Wright can go long. He's looking for Kiani. He finds him. There's a good little interplay there with Louis Edwards, but it was read well by Alex Pearce. But Kiani picks up that loose ball. He's a good player, Kiani. Surprised really he's dropped down to this level because he's better than this level. There's no doubt about that. But perhaps he just wants some game time and some fitness time. Who knows? Anyway, Westfield are on into the box. Louis Edwards manages to make some room. Hebditch comes out, picks it up. Danger over. Hebditch clears it long out of his arms. That ends up going all the way back to Westfield. And they play it back to the keeper, who takes no chances and clears it first time. Well, lots of instruction coming from Alex Pearce. He's not happy with the commitment from the players. Kogonas. Pearce out now intercepting, gets there ahead of Louis Edwards. Throw in. Down by the corner flag to Westfield. 68 minutes on the clock. This looks like it could be a long one. Thrown in. It's the edge of the 6-yard box. But Haig manages to come away with it. Gives it back to Kavanagh. Kavanagh then hits the line, looking for Franson Jones, who turns well, goes past him, does ever so well. He's on his own though. And fair play to Balogan. He managed to win the ball back and then he's fouled. Franson Jones, a little bit of frustration there. And that's going to be a yellow card. He's saying third tackle from him. Franson Jones in the book. Was in the book twice on Saturday, sent off. Following a disagreement with the referee after receiving a kick to the head against Ashford Town, for which he received stitches. So it wasn't a happy bunny when the referee didn't even talk to the player. Rowe plays it back to Gallifant. He gives it to Caleb Wright, who can come out with the ball a little bit. And then knocking the ball around quite well now in midfield, Westfield. And Kay Fitzgerald. It's excellent. That's it. I'm sorry. If you're going to book a player for what's just happened, he has just held Kay Fitzgerald's arm and yanked him backwards. Petulant. And the referee's just given the free kick but not said anything to the player. Bit ridiculous, really, but there you go. Inconsistency. 4's gone down now. That's Balogan for Westfield. If you've just joined us, 71 minutes on the clock. Still Leatherhead 1, Westfield 0. Well, Balogan's up. He's hobbling over to the sideline. I think he's going to carry on. I think he'll be all right. Free kick taken. Into Fitzgerald. To Haig. To Masango. To Nyron Butler. Plays it over on the far side to Headley. Headley plays it inside, looking for Franson Jones, but he's run back from an offside position.
Three matches.
Gogonas. Intercepted by Butler. Good turn in the middle of the park from Kane Fitzgerald. That was clever. Plays tries to play Cisse through. Cut out by Wright. Huckle intercepts on the halfway line, wins the ball back for the Tanners, but then it's lost again. But then won back by Fitzgerald. Masango. Pierce into Fitzgerald. Closely marked, lays it off to Kavanagh. Kavanagh clips a clever ball over to George Headley. Cisse's on the overlap. Ball comes in. Oh, it came in early enough. Probably a little bit too early. Caught everyone by surprise. And yep, great cross, but Franzen just didn't quite anticipate it coming in that quick and at that pace. And as a result, it flew past him and it's gone out for, I think, a throw-in on this side. Anyway, little break in play. Looks like another substitution. Didn't quite see who left the field, but we've got someone on.
4 went off.
4 went off. That's Balogan.
Yeah,
That was injured Balogan. And he's been replaced by number 16, Jack Beadle. Well, I hate to say it, but you better watch out because Beadle's about.
Another change for Westfield, replacing number 4, Samuel Gallagher, is number 16, Jack Beadle.
Hebditch just got the ball. It goes long, out of his hands. Met by the heads of Adaje. A little bit of head tennis going on. Drops down and Masango puts his laces through it. It's high up in the air. Lucas jumps up with right, and it's been a free kick been awarded for a foul on Franzen Jones. So free kick. I would say this is 25 yards out. About 25, 28 yards out. Kavanagh will take it. He takes all the free kicks, doesn't he? And all the penalties. And I'm going to say he's definitely going to shoot because it's central and he can't really play a pass here. So Kavanagh now takes a run up, hits it, hits the wall. Ball's done its job. Will he get the rebounds? He does. Well done. Is he going to keep that in? Haig will. Good play. Alfie Huckle now. To Masango. Butler. To Masango. Masango turns inside. Good skills and good pace from him. He's being harassed by Kiani. And that's a ever so slight tug on the shirt. And that's been given to the Tanners, a free kick.
I think he knows you're on to him, but he just keeps looking at you when he's trying to roll.
Kavanagh to take the free kick. Chips a ball in. Headley will get there, heads it back across. Well, shouts for handball. And the referee didn't hesitate. It looked like Caleb Wright went up. The ref's calling him over. He's given another penalty to the Tanners. And that could be an early bar for him. I'm not quite sure. No, it wasn't going in. It'd be a yellow, I'd imagine. Not quite sure what the rule is on that. It wasn't going into the goal. It was headed back across. And was it a red? I didn't see the colour. Well, he's given about.
Yeah, it's red card. Yeah, red card.
He's given a red card. I'm not quite sure. It wasn't headed on target, was it? It was headed back across.
I think stopped Lucas getting it.
We stopped a goal scoring position, didn't it? Right, okay, yes. So in that case, yeah, straight red. Right goes off. And here we go again. Tom Kavanagh steps up and hits it over the bar. Over the bar. Still 1-0. Well, it's all livening up all of a sudden. 78 minutes on the clock. Westfield down to 10. The Tanners have scored one penalty and missed one. Kavanagh plays it through, looking for Franzen Jones, cut out by Quincy Rowe. He goes and clears long up to Edwards, but Butler intercepts. He plays a loose pass though to Sidney Cannon. It does eventually go out on the far side for a throw into Westfield. Throw taken into Edwards. And that's a throw in. It's given this time to Leatherhead. Throw for Westfield. Haig nicks the ball and it's cleared again. It goes out for another throw. This time it's a throw to Leatherhead. Masango to take. Ball's gone out, cleared. Another ball comes on. Masango now. Plays a good ball into Alfie Huckle. Can't get it under control.
God's sake.
And the ball's played back to the Westfield goalkeeper, Gallifant. He clears it first time, but not to one of his players. But in the end, it comes to Masango, picks it up and gives it to Haig. Haig plays it back to Kavanagh. Kavanagh plays, sorry, to Fitzgerald, I should say. He plays it to Kavanagh. Kavanagh to Cisse, but that's intercepted. And that's a long ball, which 15, Louis Edwards will run. He'll get that. He's quick as well. Chips a nice ball in the box. Goes over everyone, though, thankfully, and goes out to the far side where Headley can clear up. And he does. Chips it forwards to Kavanagh. Kavanagh then hits the line, looking for Franzen Jones. He tries to turn. He's got the ball. And it looks like a foul. And it is a foul on Franzen Jones. "82 minutes on the clock now. Very quiet round the ground tonight. Chilly night here in Leatherhead. Oh, the goalkeeper's gone down now. He has had a lot to do, to be fair. Westfield down to 10. Straight red, following a handball from Caleb Wright. Led to a penalty, which Kavanagh, unfortunately, placed over the bar. Another substitution.
Right, when the
This time,
Final whistle
I
goes.
think it's
Someone
Westfield.
got to climb up and just turn the middle switch for the light, and obviously the other switch for the scoreboard, please.
I'm heading round there now, Michael.
You can turn the light off already if you want. If you want to stand up there until the final whistle, James, and then just flick the one switch in that for the light.
So, substitution for Westfield.
Camera.
Again, there's no board up, so we don't know quite who's come on. Well, the 11 has gone off, that's for sure. That's Afrane Kise. And it looks like 14 has come on, Dylan Merchant. Cisse now on the ball. Leatherhead yet to make any substitutions. Cross comes in, flashes across the 6-yard box again. No one there. Westfield punt the ball forwards. Pearce wins that header, ends up with Masango, goes high and out for a throw-in. Throw taken into Beadle. Back to Kogonas. Cut out by Haig. Throw in again. Is it extra time tonight or pens?
Pens.
Thank God for this. I don't think I could do another 30 minutes of this.
No.
If they were to score, of course. Throw in to Westfield. Yeah, nothing to lose, yeah. Yep. An equaliser now for Westfield. Probably see the game go to penalties, straight to penalties after the game. But throw-in comes in and Pearce is there to header clear. Throw taken to Adage. Gets the ball in. Oh, that was a header, I think, by a Leatherhead player, and it skimmed off the top of his head and went out just past the far post. It's gone out for a corner to Westfield. Which is taken short, edge of the box, chipped in, not quite cleared. Francis Jones gets it, it's hooked back across, cleared by Pearce. Still not out of danger. Shitu chips the ball in, and thankfully it's not a good cross, goes out for a goal kick. Butler into Cisse. Switches play out to Haig. That's over hits. He's not going to get there. Probably needed to stick out a left foot there, which isn't easy when you're a right-footed player and you're in your stride. Sango up. Haig battling, wins it into Franz and Jones. Gives it back to Masango. Oh, it's offsides. Substitute. Coming on for the Tanners. Kiani on the right wing. Left-footed player cutting inside. Intercepted by Kavanagh. Between Kavanagh and Franz and Jones, they do well.
We need more effort. Come on.
Picked up now by the 16. Ends up back to Kiani on this right-hand side. Curling one in left foot. Pearce is brave, gets his head in there. Down low. But it ends up back to Kiani. Curls one in again, nicely flicked on. Headed by Butler. Headed back in. Shot comes in. And there is the equaliser. It bounced around in the air.
Typical.
And with A minute and a half left of the 9 to go. Westfield equalise. Can't quite see who scored. I think it might have been the 10. Not quite sure. Number 8. And that means that this game is more than likely going to penalties unless Leatherhead can do what they did on Saturday and score with virtually the last kick of the game. Fitzgerald puts the ball in the box. He's in. And, well, would you believe it? That's exactly what they've done. A cross comes in. And hey, I'm not even convinced that was a shot. He stuck his leg out, but it's looped over the goalkeeper, similar to his header on Saturday, and it's gone in. Would you believe that? It's Leatherhead 2, Westfield 1.
Goal scorer for Leatherhead in the 90th minute, number 11, Marco Hay.
Well, I'm going to have to ask him after the game if that was a shot or a hit and hope or what. It just stuck a leg out. It wasn't a clean connection, but it looped over the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. Well, I don't know if Mr. Selly trod in something tonight on the way to the ground. Luck has been on Leatherhead's side. I mean, a penalty in the first half that was very dubious, to say the least. That looks like 6 minutes. Is that 6 added minutes? Crikey. That's quite a lot. And one of the youngsters has been brought on for Leatherhead. Number 19, which is Leo Hams, is on for the Tanners. Leo Hams, 19. So he's on. I don't know who went off though.
Substitution for Leatherhead, replacing number 9, Lucas Ranson-Jones. Number 19, Leo Hams.
Well, that's a mad 5 minutes. I was looking forward to penalties. Fitzgerald knocks it forwards. Kagonas headers it back to Gallifant in goal for Westfield. Well, they haven't got to rush too much because another 5 minutes left. But anyway, Gallifant comes out of his box, goes long, ball at the ground, flicked on. Kavanagh tries to come away with it. It's cut out by Darjay. He plays it into the 16. That's Beadle. And now Kayani is back on the ball. Nice left-footed player. Nice little 1-2 between him and Beadle. You better watch out. Beadle's about. And that's cleared for safety from Pearce, who was laying on the floor at the time when he made the clearance. That's a corner to Westfield. Surely not. Corner comes in. Pearce, great header, but headers it straight back to Kayani. He's going to curl one. And I'll tell you what, that curled superbly, but fortunately about 1.5 foot over the top of the goal for the Tanners. Yeah, good advice, Nick. Take it to the corner and stay there. Yeah, for 5 minutes, if you don't mind. Goal kick. Hebditch to take. Headed by Beadle. That's a throw in to Leatherhead. I've just seen a replay of the goal actually. Definitely Leatherhead's lucky night tonight. Looks like it's actually hit Marco Haig, which is probably half the reason why he didn't celebrate too much for scoring. Anyway, Leo Hams on the ball for the Tanners. A young Tanner has a shot on goal. Fair play to him. Wins the Tanners a corner. He's small, isn't he? Crikey. Young lads in the under 18s, Leatherhead youth. Good to see Ian introducing him tonight. Corner taken now. Leatherhead do keep it in the corner. Don't try and cross it. 93, just approaching 94 minutes. We've still got another 2.5 minutes to go. So Leatherhead trying to run down the clock. They're 2-1 up against 10 men Westfield. And that looks like a foul. No, in fact, it is a foul on Haig. And I think Kogonas is going to go in the book. The winner of this tie will be playing Carl Shorten Athletic. Is that a home tie, do we know, Rod? So away at Carl Shorten. The Robins, as they're known, and Leatherhead take the free kick and they go back into the corner just to kill the time and wind that clock down. They lose possession, and now the ball is cleared. That's Butler. Gets a header to it, goes back up, and Fitzgerald's now got the ball on the edge of the box. Can he fashion a shot here? He gives it to Cisse, who's trying to get it onto his right foot. He lays it back to Kavanagh. He curls one. Decent effort, just over the bar. Had to get it out from under his feet a little bit. It's actually a decent effort. Goal kick. Pierce with a header, which goes backwards. Helped out by Butler. Now the header goes forwards. And that goes out for a throw in to Leatherheads.
One more effort. Take your time, John. Come on, John. You can do better than that. You're sacked.
Throw taken up to Haig. Headed infield. Good header down there by Hams. Heads it down to Marco Haig. Marco Haig can he get a shot? No, he can't. Well done to Malik Shitu. And that is your final whistle. And I think a rather ironic cheer from the fans there. Well, it might not have been a classic. It certainly wasn't pretty. The tale of the game was a dubious penalty to the Tanners in the first half, which was converted by Tom Kavanagh. Not a lot happened between that and sort of the last 5 minutes of the game, for which Westfield went down to 10 men in the second half, later in the second half. Kavanagh took the penalty that resulted in that red card, which was a straight handball, straight red. And he put it sky high over the bar. Still at 1-0, and then Westfield went up the other end and they scored an equaliser to make it 1-1 with 2 minutes to go. And then literally within a minute of that going in, the Leatherhead net, the ball goes up the other end. Fitzgerald puts a cross in. I've seen a replay on Twitter. It looks like Marco Haig sort of runs into the box. The ball bounces in front of him, hits him, and then loops over the goalkeeper. So a rather fortuitous goal, it looks like, from Marco Haig. But a win to win. Tanners are through to the next rounds. That's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the commentary this evening. See you, George. And I look forward to seeing you on Saturday as we welcome Moneyfields to Fetcham Grove for 3 p.m. kickoff. So next 2 games for the Tanners are both home games. That's Saturday and next Tuesday. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for tuning in. I'm off now to interview Mr. Selly, and we'll get that up on the socials. And I suggest he does the lottery tonight as well if it's on a Tuesday night. I never know. A little bit of luck there. That time they've had a little bit of luck, and we're through to the next round. So anyway, that's it from me. Take care. Thanks for listening.